I want to give 3 reasons as to why I decided to choose videography over photography. What's going on, everybody? My name is Doug with Doug Boyer Films. Just getting started. This is officially my very first YouTube video that I will be uploading. I want my YouTube channel to be very diverse, but I also want it to be specific. Obviously, my channel is going to be about video creation, content creation. There'll be some photography mixed in with it as well. But I am a videographer and a content creator. I've been doing videography for the past 4 years now and have been dragging my feet to get my YouTube channel up and running. I've come up with all the excuses as to why I'm not going to do it, but it is time. So, congratulations, you're watching my very first video. You should feel very privileged. Just kidding, you don't have to feel that privileged. Okay, so to jump right on in, this video I want to talk about something very specific. I want to give 3 reasons as to why I decided to choose videography over photography. Now, both have their pros and cons. Both have things that are easier, things that are more difficult. Reason number 1, why I chose videography over photography. In my personal opinion, again, this is my opinion, there may be other people that say differently. I think that videography is a little bit more diverse than photography, right? Photography is great, and there's a lot of things that you can do with it. But videography, there's just so much creation that you can do. I mean, even when you just shoot a video, once you take that video, you can do so many things with it, especially when you're using green screens and special effects and all those types of things, which I don't really do, but nonetheless, you can do that. So that's reason number 1, is because there's just a lot more diversity and it keeps my interest peaked, right? I can consistently go from one thing to the next and learn something new about videography and editing and all that kind of stuff. Now, there are things that you can do with photography as far as editing and color grading, which is great, but that's as far as it goes, right? Once you get that, it's a still image and you look at it and you move on, right? With video, there's just so many things that you can do. So, reason number 2, I chose videography because everything is going video, right? You look at all your social media content, all your content creators, like it or not, everything is video, right? Instagram was originally made for pictures, which is great. Again, pictures are awesome. That's why I originally even picked up a camera in the first place. But everything is moving to video. We consume video way more than we do photos. Now, don't get me wrong, a good photo will definitely pique my interest, but at the end of the day, attention's grabbed by video. We watch videos longer. So for me, when I'm looking for people to work with as far as clients and things like that, people want a good videographer that knows what they're doing, that knows how to put something together, that's really gonna help push their brand out on the social media channels now. Everything is super short form content, with the exception of YouTube. I think YouTube's moving more towards long form content. That can be another topic for another day. But you look at Instagram, you look at TikTok, you look at Facebook, now even YouTube has YouTube Shorts. Everything is moving towards that short form content because of us, right? We have a short attention span now. And I'm sure you probably maybe even stopped watching this video because of that shorter attention span. But if you haven't and you're still with me, good job. So far we've gone over 2 reasons why I chose videography over photography. First one is, of course, video is more diverse. Second is that everything is moving to video on social media platforms and content creation. Let's look at the last point, reason number 3. And this one's a little bit more petty, more of like a more personal reason as to why I chose videography, is that I do not like posing couples. That's it. And the reason why I say that is I started off as a videographer doing weddings, okay? And the reason why I chose that to start doing videography is because I live in Utah. Now, if you don't know a lot about Utah, Utah is, in my opinion, probably the marriage capital of the world. Everyone's getting married here at a young age, which is good and bad. It's good because there's lots of work. There's no shortage of weddings. But at the same time, because people get married so young here, they don't have a lot of money. Couple that with the fact that there are a lot of weddings and there are a lot of wedding videographers here in the state of Utah, it tends to drive down the average amount that you can charge for a wedding. That being said, if you're in Utah, just grind it out. You'll get to a point where you're charging a pretty good amount. But it makes me laugh because you can go to like a state over and almost get another $1,000 on top of what you could get here in Utah for the same type of wedding. Anyway, I digress. So I do not like posing couples. I'd rather catch them doing whatever they're doing, having fun at weddings. I don't like to try and take the time and like, oh no, maybe put your hand here and sit down right there and look at him like this. I'm like, no, I just want raw emotion happening right now, right here. And a lot of times you'll work with a photographer and they'll do that for you.
Hey, Derek, you're a monkey, dance monkey, in your little spangly shoes.
They'll do the posing and all that kind of stuff, which is nice. But that was my reason number 3 is why I chose videography or photography. Let's go over those 3 reasons one more time. First one is that video is more diverse. Second one is that everything is moving to video for social media. And third is just because I just don't like posing people. Unless it's like an interview or something like that, I'd rather just let them do what they're gonna do and catch that raw emotion, raw whatever's going on right then and there, and make something with that. Now, with that being said, there is one other reason why I chose videography or photography. Now, I may get some slack for this, but this is just my own humble opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm right. I feel like once you learn videography, you know photography. I struggle saying that because it's not 100% true, but hear me out. To learn videography, you need to know the basics of photography, right? But if I'm a photographer, I don't need to know anything about videography. Does that make sense? To kind of reiterate that, if I'm going to create a good video, I need to know how the composition, I need to know audio, I need to know lighting, I need to know, how to edit video, all that stuff, right? If I'm going to be a photographer, I need to know how to do most of that stuff, right? But not all of it. Where with a videographer, I have to know everything, right? And so photography just kind of falls within the realm of videography already. Again, I'm not saying that every videographer can be a photographer, right? But what I am saying is there's a lot of photographers, if they had to, they may or may not be able to put together a very good video when the time came. Again, take that as you will. I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm not. It's almost like, what's that saying? Every rectangle's a square, but not every square is a no, what is it? Every rectangle is a square, but not every, how is it? Every square is a rectangle. No. Okay, I got it. Every rectangle is a square, but not every square is a rectangle. This is my first video for YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There will be more to come. I'm going to be filming on a weekly basis and hopefully dropping a video at least once a week for at least now, and then we will kind of move on. Obviously there'll be other announcements as we go. I'll put my email in the description, or you guys want to comment things that you want to see me create, or topics you want me to discuss, and I'm more than happy to do that. For now, I'm signing off. Don't forget to subscribe, do the notification bell thingy wherever it is on the screen here, or wherever. It's going to be down here. I'm excited to kind of build this with you guys. Have a great week.